What is good? You thought that it wasn't going to happen on a Tuesday, but this one's a quickie. This one, I want to call these on Tuesdays Quickie Tuesday. And I say that because I want this one to be shorter. Welcome to That One Podcast. It's me, R-O-B, Rob Brown, spelled like the color. I'm dressed kind of nice today. Not really. Here, let's focus on the camera for the video people. It never works. There we go. Nope. Ugh, my goodness. You try to do things for awesome stuff. That's actually a good roll into what I wanted to talk about. It's probably because I'm walking around. I do my first podcast, and I get the reviews from people. I got some stuff from my mom, my brother. My brother was mad at me because he waited 2 weeks, he told me. I mean, come on, bro. What do you expect? What do you expect? I had some problems with uploading stuff. The life of a podcaster, am I right, people? No one cares about that stuff. Because the thing is, you try to explain the troubles of what someone goes through, and no one really, they just want to know what's going on in life. I'm trying to figure out new ways of where I can do the podcast, because this is currently we're in the room edition right now, what I call the beginner only fans, because it started in my childhood bedroom. Yep. The sound effects are back, people. That's right. It's just I don't know. There's a brick wall on this side, so there's a lot of good things that I can do with it. It's real. Don't worry. It's real, people. It is so not wallpaper. It's wallpaper. It's okay. It was a thing of, look, you got to get comfortable in the childhood bedroom when you're me, because this is what I can afford right now. And so my parents wanted to make it where it's like, yeah, you got the brick wall, so it's like the Jersey City, Brooklyn experience when you have an apartment at those places, like New York. Why am I saying it like that? Like I'm a New York Knicks fan. They're going crazy right now. But the thing is, I have this up, the brick wall, and it's only gotten negative reviews because it's so... Well, I like it, and that's what matters, but people are like, oh, a brick wall, is it real? And I'm like, no, this is a house. That's like sheetrock behind it. Which it is, but I think it's a great addition. This over here is where it's the foam stuff, so then it doesn't echo into my parents' room, because I'm loud, people. Speaking of that, I'll tell my first story. The first story is that I was at my girlfriend's place, and there's an old woman who's next door, an elder lady, we'll say. Don't want to be mean. And she said, first, she has a cat or a couple. I have no idea, because some of them she's nice to. She'll be like, nice cat, nice. And then other times she'll be like, bad, that's bad. So, but I hear her when she goes, bad. Then she hears me when it's, I sometimes, this is why I'm trying to stay off of social media. I'll see something of for instance, a friend gets on a show that I wanted to be on, and I'm like, oh, come on, what? And then you comment, awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Yeah, you're like, oh man, I didn't get on another show. Oh. But you're happy for the people who do. But it's mostly I don't know, it's mostly the people who you're jealous of, because you're also following those people as well. Now you're making people think, oh my God, who's Rob Brown jealous of? Who can Rob Brown be jealous of? Is it me? Yeah, it's you. For the thing, yeah, we'll say it's you, the listener, who might be a comedian. No, it's okay. Comparison is the thief of joy. But to get back to the story, I will yell like this, where I'm going back and forth with myself, like I'm Jekyll and Hyde. And then all of a sudden the woman on the other side goes, "That's him. That's the man who is unemployed in the next door room," and he yells. So yeah, she does sound like what's her face from Coolidge. That's all I remember. Coolidge. Oh no, people are gonna be pissed that I forgot her first name. People are gonna be pissed that I forgot Jennifer Coolidge. Ding 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 ding. Oh, do we have a win? Do we have a win one? Not really. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Jennifer Coolidge. I'm pretty good at that stuff. When it comes to, that's something that I learned from my mom, is that you just go on IMDb and you can connect where people have been, where they haven't been. Like, oh my God, I remember this person in this movie, or this voice sounds familiar, so let me check it out here. I'm pretty good at that. I like how I'm, because it makes seeing movies more fun. I haven't talked about my outfit yet. So for the people who aren't watching but are listening, I am wearing a SpongeBob Fry Cook type of feel. I've got a crab hat on. I've got a button down that is white, but it has the sleeves like a t-shirt. I like this, and I'm going to say it because, and also a tie. Can't forget about the nice tie. And the salmon. Look at these. Is it in the shot? Is it in the shot? My salmon shorts? Look at me. Ooh! Gymnastics. So, it's so that when I'm sweating, yeah, because I sweat when I do this, it doesn't look as bad. I don't want to look like Josh Nichols when he's like this, when he's doing the weather. So, I'm in a little bit of an argument with Apple Podcasts right now. So for the people who do have Apple, I'd say the best is to go on YouTube and watch it or listen to it, because right now I'm just having problems with the website. One thing I do want to bring back, though, because I'm talking about the distribution of podcasting, I want to bring back physical media so bad. I want to make a package where, here, I'll use this as an example. I want to make a cool package where people are able to get physical media of the actual podcast, maybe a CD, so then you can, if people have a CD, get a USB, put it into some packaging like a big plastic thing like this, and some cool cards. I think that would be dope. Let me know if you want something like that. I'll put my email in the description. Because I want also questions, people. I want to answer some questions, because I don't want to be the person who's like, "Hey, I got ChatGPT to get me some questions." Da 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 da. It just doesn't work. I see so many people with the same AI type of flyer, and this isn't towards any. I'm not going for the comics. I feel bad for them. Sometimes, I feel this. Sometimes you just don't have, a photo that just goes with the vibe of what you're trying to do with the venue or something like that. So I totally understand, if you're an independent person. But, I saw McDonald's have, one of those ChatGPT made posters where you're like, "Hey, can you make me a poster?" This is me typing for the video listeners. Or video watchers. You know what? We're just going to call you video. So for video, I'm typing away. Make me a flyer for McDonald's about how we do Uber Eats and DoorDash. Enter. And it's the same font. It didn't even put Ronald in the picture. Why not Ronald? That's also a dream of mine. If I could play Ronald McDonald, I would be a pretty short Ronald McDonald. But, like, I mean, like, come on, look at these outfits that I'm wearing, like, now. I would love to be Ronald McDonald, but from what I saw recently, what Ronald McDonald was doing was the Star Spangled Banner. He was doing a Star Spangled Banner at a baseball game. I don't know if it was a minor league game or if it was a major league game. Or the Savannah Banana people. Because, like, Savannah Banana people, I would totally understand them doing that. If you don't know what that is, give it a research. It's really cool. It's bringing sports entertainment into a new level because, I say that because I'm a pro wrestling fan. And it's a different type of sports entertainment. It's baseball with show business in it. I'd say it's like a improv show with baseball. So it kind of makes, for the people out there who say baseball's boring, I'd say this is the place where you go. That's it right there. But also Ronald McDonald singing at a baseball game gives me like minor league vibes. That One podcast is sponsored by... Have you been giving a lot of time and energy on something you don't want to do? We have the thing for you. Try not
giving a fuck.
Once you take this substance, it will take over your body. Don't want to pick up your kid from school?
I don't give a fuck. They can walk.
In a conversation with someone you don't like talking to?
I don't give a fuck allows you to say, damn, that's crazy, up to 3 times per 5 minutes.
If you order now with the code ROB, you have the chance to give
the double of the amount of fucks.
Order now today. Now back to the show. Speaking of minor league games, I'm going to one recently, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I say that because the one that I go to, or the one that is around me, is called the Somerset Patriots. They are super awesome, and I say that because there was a theory I used to have, like they were the Savannah Bananas, where all their games were rigged. Look, I know, very, very tinfoil hat of me. I don't have any tinfoil here. Come on, people, I'm on a budget. I'm a starving artist. Sorry, I was fixing the headphones. I'm walking around. For the listeners, I'm walking around and I'm so nervous. I'm going to step on the microphone and then it just goes like it just disappears Anyway. Somerset Patriots, they used to be in a league that was not connected to the majors or any type of minor league team. So it was called the Atlantic League. And every time I went as a kid, it would either be they would win every single time. No. There's no decision. They would always start out, good couple of innings, get some 5 runs. All of a sudden, nothing from the first inning until the 8th inning. Away team finally gets runs, ties the game, and then they win in a walk-off. I can't tell you how many times that happened. You go home with a free T-shirt, maybe some drinks. Because, I mean, last time I went, I had some drinks. They were expensive, though. Very surprising. I had a churro. Oh, it was so good. I've also gone to other places. Like, where was the other one I went to? I went to the place with my girlfriend to... It was the AAA team for the Yankees. They had a really sick stadium. Look at me talking about stadiums and stuff. Jeez. See, I'm a lot more comfortable today because it's no longer the first episode feeling anymore. You know? Like it's... I like how I did a little stare into the camera. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Or a Sully, because I'm just like looking at you. Here, I'll be like this. Look, son, it's a lot better for the listeners. I am directly in the camera. It's not like an intake at a doctor anymore. And for the people who are younger, who may not understand what an intake means, That's like the first time going to your doctor and you being like, hey, my name is so-and-so, and my leg has been throbbing for the last 2 months. You lie, because, like, you don't want to say, it's been 1.5 years since I've been to a doctor, and my leg's been killing me for the last year. You know? So every single time I would record, I'd be like, hi, I'm Rob. It's nice to see ya. You know, the sky is blue outside, and it looks so great. My favorite movie is Rocky. You know, I was just not good. I have the perfect sound for it. Hold on, here we go. Hi, my name is Rob. You know, I work really hard today. You know, I like my outfit. And, you know, the grass is green outside, and, you know, everything's going really good. That's why, I don't know, I used to laugh at people during public speaking. You know, this is what I want to learn. I want to also learn about what's going on in the world, the journey, but also learn more about myself. Like, a bad thing about me was, I used to laugh at people because, I mean, it would be my friends. I'm not laughing at the random person in my class like, look, get a load of this guy. Like, no. To me, it would be, I want to make my friends laugh if they're in the same class as me. So, there's a lot of people out there saying, thank God I wasn't in a class with him. Oh, no, not that laugh. I also don't want to laugh weird on this. But, like, why not? Oh, geez, now I'm just plucking away. This shirt is a little too big for the listeners. For the listeners, the SpongeBob type shirt I'm wearing, it's like I got it from the thrift store. So a lot of the stuff that I wear, I get from the thrift store. And this one is like, it actually goes down, like the shirt goes down to my knees. So that's why it's like I'm really like playing around with it and such. Jeez. This is more of a low-key podcast. I want it to be low-key because I want to see how, like, I hope your week's going well. It's a Tuesday. I'm recording this on Saturday, the 9th of May, but I want to release this on Tuesday, so it's a Tuesday. I believe Tuesday is the worst day of the week because Monday, you know that it's there, but Tuesday, it's in between Monday. It's in between, like, the Wednesday, which is the halfway of the week, so you're just, like, sitting there, just like, oh my God, this is Tuesday, and, you know, your computer's going wrong, you know. Here, we'll do this one too. Hey, you need to reset your computer, by the way. I remember I used to help out people with the computer. I felt so bad about that. Helping people out with it's weird. So for people who have to help others with computers, it sucks, doesn't it? It's terrible. I say that it's terrible because you just want to grab the key, like grab the mouse or grab wherever it is on the laptop and be like, just let me do it. It's like, that's definitely what parents felt like when it was time to do a school project on Sunday night. Just let me, God, where's the poster? Because it's always something with a poster, you know? Oh, I got to do a report on Babe Ruth and his diet. Oh, okay. When does it due? Tomorrow at 8 a.m. What? I probably did that a couple of times to my mom. I did it a couple of times. I wasn't the best learner, you know. I didn't, you know, school was okay. Like, there's moments where school was good, and then there's moments where school was, you know, But it is what it is. Because, like, I liked learning more in college. College was very cool. I felt like I was in Dead Poet Society most of the time. Weird reference. I know, people. Weird reference. But think about it. Dead Poet Society, it's got... They always talk about how they're young scholars and Like I always thought I was a young scholar going to class learning. I wasn't following professors around like how it used to be back in the day, because that's a little weird. I wouldn't be like, but professor, how do you put the HDMI cord in the other HDMI cord? Remember, I went to school for broadcasting. It wasn't anything like, you know. I mean, I did like philosophy. Philosophy was cool. I like learning about Socrates. That guy would question everyone. I don't want to go into the nitty-gritty of him because he's creepy, but he would ask questions to people. I like doing that to people, where people are like, how are you? And then I go, but how are you? I didn't like the breath at the end there. Did you hear it? Yo, you definitely did. What am I kidding? Why would I ask? Oh, man. Yep. I like doing this, though. I like walking around. The people who are listening, it's fine. People who are watching might be a little weird, because I'm just walking around like this, swaying back and forth. It's like I'm doing like stand-up in COVID, you know? Hey. But, oh, man. I had to organize everything around my room, too. Because I got a lot of crap in my room. So, like, I know that the OnlyFans girl usually doesn't say this to the guys, but because we're in the childhood bedroom OnlyFans right now. That's where we are. She doesn't go, oh, the clutter was so much. Show my butt. I can't lift it up in these pants, guys. You may have gotten a glimpse, but I got to be real with you. I want to be real with you, because why not? You know? That's what podcasts are all supposed to be about, you know? Supposed to be about something of being a friend or one-on-one conversation. That's something that, you learned about in, yes, the podcasting class. You gotta have it like it's a one-on-one conversation. So that's why I'm like holding my hands in my pockets, and just, I mean, you can't respond, but you know what I'm like. I'm imagining you are looking at me, and I'm looking at you. He looks at me, and I'm looking at him, or it's a her, and they're looking back at me. Definitely. Oh, I hope that sounded good. I might have to put audio tune on that. A little auto tune. We'll do an auto tune, hopefully, because I didn't see that coming. Because, like, speaking of conversations, I had a weird conversation with my brother's driving instructor. So, my brother's taking driving lessons, and it's really exciting because he was a little nervous to do driving when he was younger, but now he's ready. And he did his 6 hours this week. He went on Monday, Wednesday, and yesterday, which is Friday. And on Wednesday, I was my mom, which means you go out and you talk to the guy like, hey, how's it going? What are you doing? What are you working on today? Oh, you're working on that? That's pretty cool. Yeah, all right, cool. That's nice. Oh, so you're going to work on K-turns. Nice. Yeah, okay. Well, sometimes we haven't worked on that with him. Ba 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 ba. But me, I go up and I say to the guy, I'm like, hey, I'm his brother. I'm the mom for the day. Isn't she a hoot and a holler? And he was like, what? What'd you say? I said, like my mom, like when she explains stuff to you, isn't she a hoot and a holler? And he was like, oh, yeah. Like, what, are we working on K-turns? Like we're working on, because then he went into his whole thing of explaining what he's going to do with my brother. And he was going to work on parking, parallel parking. He was going to work on, I think, going on Route 22, which is near us. So But man, I just put myself in it usually. So for me, people who know me, I love a good conversation in public. Oh, and especially when it's a person that I don't know. My rules are homeless people, not as much. Don't do that. No way for the homeless people. They are looking for something else. I'm not looking for what they're looking for, so that's a no for the homeless people. But if it's like a random Joe on the side of the road and he's holding some groceries and he looks at me and he's like, hey, I'll be like, what's going on? You know, like, yeah, bang, bang, yeah, finger guns, yeah. Oh, no, not exactly. But that was like the Drake ones. Is that the Drake ones from Family Matters? Yeah, it is. I've never held a gun. That's the funny part. Because I'm I try to stay away from the generic white guy, but when I do conversations like that, it's wonderful weather. Hey, how you doing? So, try to be more out there. You gotta be yourself. That's what I'm really learning. You gotta be yourself. People want, like when I see people from, I learned this. When you see people from maybe you haven't seen them in years. Maybe they're your friend from college, your friend from high school. Instead of trying, because I used to try to be the person who they knew, which was the, party man. I was a big party man. I sometimes do now, but I'm trying to really stay away from it. Meaning, like big vices of, smoking weed and, drinking. I'll go to, I want to go to those places because I want to see my friends, but I'm learning that, I was just a wild and crazy guy back in the day. And my friends don't want to see that. When we're going to go hang out, for a football game, I don't want to black out on their couch and then all of a sudden, like, I'm eating McDonald's, like 30 nuggets on their couch like it was back in, college. They want to see who I am now. So that's what I'm doing here. And that's why I want to do more than one podcast every single week, because for some reason, I loved it. I got a dopamine rush when I pressed publish. It's why I wear the hat. I don't know where it is. It's over there. It's over there on my hat wall, over here of my door, and it's press publish. Press publish to me is a new type of dopamine for me. I want to be able to post more of what my work is, my artistic work. I say that from here, from this, even these weird blue lights I tried to put for an effect. Didn't work. Didn't really work. But I'm trying. I'm experimenting. And that's what I want to show you guys. You. Ladies and gentlemen. You. Because, I'm trying to learn on just talking to you, one person at the same time. And also, if you're a family member and you don't get all the way through a podcast, or, you're a friend who listened to like the first 5 minutes, awesome, man. That's what it's all about. You're checking in with me. You're seeing what's going on. You're saying hello. Because I used to get nervous to check in with people who I haven't seen in a long time. Because it used to be about being nervous that I'm not the same person from who I was when we graduated from high school or from college, or the last time you saw me. Maybe you saw me on a Zoom call in COVID, and that was the last time you saw me. I just want to show the new me, because I'm trying to really live and have a good time in a new way. This is a motivational speaker quote, but this is my quote. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. I was on a job interview, and this guy said to me, what do you want in 5 years? And of course you want to say like, car, house, getting close to a family, maybe have a pool, maybe like I'm doing above ground, okay? Above ground pool for this guy, not the in ground. I'm not digging. I'm putting that thing right in the backyard with some rocks, You want to slide? All right, we're getting one from Home Depot and we're putting it in the... No, I'm kidding. But you want to say that type of stuff, but for me, instead of reaching all the way out there, I actually said to him, I want to be in a happier place in my life, meaning not like, like boo-hoo, I'm bad now. It's just I want to keep that going. I want it to be a part of something, and I want to share it with others. And he was like, okay. The good part was this one was it was a pyramid scheme that I went for. So believe me, people, it was a awkward interview. So yes, I will also tell the pyramid scheme story. I'm applying for jobs, and I see this one because I look up public speaking, and this one is a event coordinator for a third party for charity. So I saw charity and event coordinator, and I was like, score, let's put that resume there. What I should have looked at was the third party. Because I get there and I'm there before the person I interview, like the person who interviews me. So I'm like, that's not good. And we had 2 interviews. The first interview, he was like, I really like you. Like, this is awesome. Let's meet next week. I'll call you tomorrow to make an appointment. He did not call me. So I was like, I'll call. Like, I emailed him, like, oh my gosh, like, let's do this day. Boom. We do that day because he said it was going to be the second interview out of, I think, 3. And we do the interview, and the guy says to me, I like you so much that I'm just going to put you right through. This is the event. Bam! And I would have been one of the people asking for money outside of grocery stores. I was like, no! Oh, no. Oh, man. It was like I was in severance because the dude was like, you could sign up right now and we can get you out there as soon as possible. I thought to myself, oh no, like, and I say Severance because it's a really cool show about work. You should definitely check it out. I'm trying to wrap this up because remember, it's a quickie. So it's funny to me that all of a sudden that happens and I'm like, oh God. No, I'm not doing that. So it was on to another journey. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be going on to the next journey of my day. I hope I got you through this small little journey of what you're going on. To me, this one, it's like a long voice memo on Tuesdays. Maybe you text someone and you're like, hey, how's it going? And then they just send you a large voice memo. This is what I think of it as. Instead, mine's on YouTube or Spotify, not Apple Podcasts, because they are being a little rude right now, and that's okay. But I do want to do some physical stuff, so I think that would be really cool. Please let me know. I think I would love to make people small packages and send them out and give them some custom things, even custom stuff for yourself. Let me know, because I want to make one for myself. I'm going to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, you have yourself a great rest of your day. Follow me on Instagram. That is the Rob Brown. You can follow me on TikTok. It is _Rob_Brown_, I believe. Or you can look up Rob Brown on TikTok. And like and subscribe, people. I've never done anything like that before where you say like and subscribe. So if you like this video, give it a like. If you really liked my channel and really like the journey, subscribe to the journey. That's what it's all about, people. You have a great rest of your day. Peace out. Yes.